All right, so the concept of this sales training is sales 101 for the central, South Central region. It's for all new hires. We want all new hires to go through this, but we also allow people if there's reps that are struggling that end up in the fourth, fifth quintile, we put them through this training again or for the first time because it kind of goes back to the basics. I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but going through this whole training process, you'll understand what I mean by that. So we're going to start off by introductions. I know some of you guys know each other a little bit, some better than others. But I'm just going to go around the table and introduce you. Just say your name, say what store you're at, and then say like two or three things about you that we wouldn't know. We'll start with you, Mr. Patrick.
Let's see. I'm Patrick Martinez. I just started with Sprint a couple weeks ago. I have a background in insurance sales. I've never done retail before, so standing on my feet all day is kind of sucking right now.
Right.
I need to get better shoes.
Dr. Souls.
Yeah, seriously. Number two, I mean, I could say that nobody knows about me, but everybody knows that I'm a pastor. So that'd be number two, I guess.
Okay. What about you?
My name is Eric. I work at store 408. I'm a junior at Oklahoma State. And,
Greatest college in America right there.
And I am I'm the middle child.
How many? 2 or 3 minutes?
5.
Oh gosh.
I am.
So what number are you actually?
I'm the middle one. I guess I got two older. Wait.
I guess it'd be 3.
Yeah.
He's
Wait,
3.
I'm 33.
Okay.
Number 3.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm dead.
My name is Ash Zaruk. I also work at store 408. I am also a junior at OK State.
So much love in this place.
I love Orange. And one thing that you guys probably do know but might not know about me is that I'm trilingual. I speak English, Arabic, and German.
I just can't ever imagine you having to use Arabic, but it's like
I use it a lot.
The fact that you know it would like all of a sudden the Arabic world just comes into 408 now probably just like, hey, please help us,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he was having some customers the other day.
Speaking the native tongue, just if you speaking somebody's just their native tongue, they're so much more comfortable with you. It's crazy. Well, when did you start with Sprint?
I started about last week? Was it last week on Wednesday? I think. Yeah.
So you're the veteran in the room.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You've been here how long?
2 months.
2 months. Okay. All right. Obviously, I'm Joey. I actually had a huge hand in interviewing all 4 of you, including the cameraman, and worked with Zach for 2-3 years, something like that. I've been with Sprint a little over 11 years. I'm from Stillwater, Oklahoma. I've never went to school there, but I'm from there, so big OSU fan. And I have a son that just turned 3 on Monday, yesterday, which is awesome. If you guys don't have kids, it's a treat, but it also is a pain in the butt as well. So be ready for that excitement. And I am not trilingual. I hardly speak English properly. I don't even speak English properly. So there's that. So you have a couple things above me already. Actually, I appreciate that. So I'm a big quote person. I love the fact that some people are they come up with things that just kind of hit you in the gut whenever they're said or you read them. This one, success doesn't come to you. You got to go to it. Like it doesn't. If you sit around and you clerk all day. So if somebody walks in the door and they say, I want to switch 4 phones from AT&T, and you say, oh, what color? What phones do you want? What colors? Oh, here are these phones. You sell them out, and then you go to Lacey and you give her a high five, like, oh man, I just closed 4 lines. That's awesome. You didn't do anything. All you did is clerk them. You could literally just worked at Walmart. That's all you did. It's all about like, go give her a high five because you get those 4 lines, but you also get $300 in accessories and 2 tablets. That's when you become a salesperson. So this is, that's what that quote resonates to me is, you can sit here and wait for it to come to you, but if you wait, you are going to be one of the bottom reps in the store every single month, and your paycheck's going to reflect it. The expectation, just participate. We have a pretty small group this time, so it's going to be really hard for you guys not to participate because we will be in the same group every single time. I really need the feedback from you guys because we're always trying to tweak this training, especially from you guys. You guys are all new hires. I really want to make this class the best I can possibly make it. So if there's anything at all that you guys see or don't see, let me know about it, especially at the end of the training. Show courtesy and respect. Don't play on your phone. Don't tweet. Don't send "I love you" messages to your significant other. If you need to take a call, just step outside. I completely understand, but just do it when it's important. Bathroom breaks, as you need them. If you need to go out this, if you go out this side door right here, there's a little door stopper. Put the door stopper in front of the door. Go to the bathroom, come back, and there's a vending machine right across the hall. We will take a lunch at some point. When we get to that point, you know, it'll be a 30 or an hour lunch, depending on what you guys want to do. If we do a 30, we'll get out of here a little bit quicker. If we do an hour, we'll get out of here a little bit later. So, the agenda, we're going to build sales confidence. That's huge for our organization and what we're trying to do is because if you don't have the confidence, then it's going to be an uphill battle for you the whole time. Then we're going to go over the 4 steps of selling: greeting, qualify, recommend, and close. And we're going to do role plays in each one of those things. And then we're going to I want to show you what tools we have out there for successful selling. Then we're going to look at measuring success, and then we'll wrap up with the conclusion. So building sales confidence, you decide how much money you make. In this world, you can sit here and make your hourly paycheck, and you're going to make good money. You know, there's not too many places that pay as well as Sprint does on an hourly rate doing what we do. The hardest thing about our job is probably standing up on it, and that's, you know, we got to get some new shoes, and that's cute. Other than that, our job is so simple. We get to talk to everybody. We get to talk to people every day. That's how hard our job is. What's the worst job you've ever had, Eric?
Working at Whirlpool on the assembly line. It was a 10-hour shift, and I was picking up other oven doors. And like as the line go, I would put them on the door. And it was pretty hot. That was the hardest job.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was very funny stuff.
What about you, Patrick? What was the worst job you ever had?
I worked at a probably one, the late shift at DirecTV. I mean, I enjoyed the job overall, but when you're working overnights,
Right.
talking to all the crazies that call in at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty nuts.
I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you. Sorry, night owl. What about you, Ash?
I would probably say I used to work at a pizza place, and I hated going home smelling like onions every night.
Going like, okay. I worked at, if you guys ever worked, if you haven't worked at McDonald's, well, don't, but if you ever do, if you ever the fry guy, that's the worst thing in the world because you're just sweating fry grease. And it's awful. And, I mean, it's a job, but it's still, it was the worst just because it's, you know, you're flipping burgers. Right, I was 16, but you're flipping burgers, you're doing this, and it's like, man, I'm making $6.50 an hour right now. That was awful. But then, you know, get a job at Sprint. Now all of a sudden, I'm making more money. My job is so much easier. But I also get to dictate how much money I make because it's not just the hourly. You know, I don't care what Stan says. Stan was my boss at McDonald's. I was one of his best dang employees. I don't care what he says. Granted, I was a pain in the butt. But if they would pay me more money for all the dang people I got to supersize their meal, man, I would have made a kill. I would have made way more than Denise. You know, so it's like, you got to look at this job as, it's not an hourly check. You got to look at this as, man, this is all about the commission side. Because it is, and that's where you really, really make your money. So this is the paycheck. This is the paycheck that a rep got 3-4 months ago, well, maybe 5 months ago. $3,100. Patrick, what would you do with $3,100?
It would all probably go to my kids.
Man, I want to be your child. What about you, Ash? What would you do with $3,100?
I would put it in my truck, like not like accessories wise, but you know, start
Just-
paying off.
Oh,
Paying off
okay.
early.
I'd cash and just literally put it in my truck.
Bam.
All ones. Through. So, $3,100 in 1 month of payment to your truck. That's a huge, huge payment.
That is a huge pay.
What about you, Eric? What would you do with it?
I'd probably save it. Like that's
Save
what
it?
started off my savings right there.
Okay. And that's just 1 month. Don't forget, just because you save, you save that for 1 month now, so you can go buy a motorcycle, buy whatever you want to buy. So this is another rep from the same exact month. $560 or $360. That is a dramatic difference. This person came to work every single day and got that hourly paycheck. This person is not in this job for the commission side. They want to make that $13 an hour, $12 an hour, whatever they make an hour. That's what they're there for. They literally show up, clock in, and leave.
Are you on vacation or?
No, no, right. I mean, it's sad to say that. That's a difference of $2,800. $2,800. That is stupid. In 1 month, $2,800 difference between Rep A and Rep B. Now, in a perfect world, $2,800 extra every single month. Not just a one time, every single month. $2,800 extra. Now what do you do with it, Patrick? If you know you're getting $2,800 extra every single month.
I mean, like Eric said, a lot of it would be going to savings and that kind of thing, and you know, college funds and all kinds of stuff like that.
But that's like rent.
I have gold-plated toilet paper because I'm making $2,800 extra a month. $2,800 a month. That is so ridiculous. But the person making $360 is okay with it because they're making $12.50 an hour or whatever they make an hour. They're okay with it. They don't see the potential because they literally clerk people when they come in. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Sprint. Oh, I'm here to make a payment. Okay, have a good day. But yet the person on top is saying, well, hey, let me check your account out. Oh, what? Oh, you only got 2 phones? How just do you have to add a line? Do you want to get tablets? Do you want to get accessories? Like, those are the people who take advantage of it every single month. And these are people from our market. They're from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's not like they're from Albuquerque, New Mexico. They're not from California. They're not from New York. I didn't go into some weird website and create this $3,100 commission check. This is all facts. So you can literally buy an amazing house for an extra $2,800 a month. Mortgages are what, between $700 and $1,200 depending on what kind of house you have. Unless you guys are living in Ash's lifestyle, then it's $2,800 maybe. But this is the kind of stuff that we can get. We can buy houses, buy new cars, buy our kids stuff, pay off our truck, save money. This is the kind of stuff that people don't realize what the potential is here. You know, I'm not gonna put any of you guys in my position, but you know, there have been times where I've been in binds. I've been in binds in my day where, you know, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna pay certain things off, or if something bad happened, I would be literally, I would be in a bad spot. You know, it's like, man, I don't have money till payday, I don't have this. We control that. You guys, as reps, you guys control every ounce of that because of this. An extra $2,800 a month. You gotta look at the big picture. You gotta look at, I'm going in every day and I'm making money. Those people that literally call me and bug me about, hey, did you fix that 5 minutes of my time? Did you fix that 5 minutes of my time? I get it. They want that time fixed. I'll fix it. I have no problem with it. But it's like, I don't think I ever hounded my boss about, when I was a rep, I don't think I ever hounded him about my time as much as some of these guys do because they're so worried about the hourly. But yet it's literally only the reps that make that $360 a month. Those are the ones that hound me like crazy. Because frankly, I never worried about my hourly check. That didn't pay my bills. My commission check might pay my bills, and my hourly was just literally extra money. I needed to make, at the time it was like $2,600 after tax. I needed to make that to pay all my bills. To pay all my bills, that's what I needed to make every month. And that's what I made. If I didn't make 26, I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna pay my car payment? I didn't even think about my hourly because that was in the background. So you gotta look at this job as this is all based on the commission side. We're trying to buy a house like this. That's an awesome looking house. Where's the garage at though?
It's on the side, I'm sure.
Has to be on the side.
Yeah.
I would not buy that house if I did not have a garage. Here's another example. This is just a mediocre rep. This is an average rep. This isn't, so we can say, oh, that $3,100 rep, oh, that's an anomaly, that doesn't ever happen. Okay, so $1,300 a month. That's a good commission check. If you guys had an extra $1,300 a month, we can all think of what we could do with $1,300 extra dollars. Here's a rep. Yeah, $770. Okay, still mediocre, but a lot of reps get this check and they're gonna be thrilled because they got $780. You're gonna be thrilled. Difference, $555. What do you do with an extra $555? And these are just 2 mediocre reps. There's nothing special about them. $1,300, $780, but that's a difference of $560. $560. Ash, what kind of car do you drive right now?
09 F-150.
09 F-150. You like it, don't you?
Yeah.
Man, I got an F-150. I'm a big fan of it. Big fan. Would you trade it in? Would you trade it in?
No.
How come?
I love my truck.
What color is it?
Dark blue.
Okay, I can see that. What about you, Eric? What kind of car do you drive?
E6, but I want to challenge you.
Do you want to challenge it? Okay. Patrick, do you want a new car? Or do you like your car?
I like my car. It's awesome, man. These guys are laughing. I
Go.
drove a 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan.
You have kids, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You can put those seats down though, and it turns into a bus. I fit a washer and dryer in the back of that thing.
You know what's funny is I never thought about this before I had a child. One of my old store managers, that worked actually at 408. His name was Chris Schmitz. Love the guy to death. And he had 2 kids and he had a van. And I was giving him a hard time. I was kind of busting his chops about it. And I was like, man, you're driving a minivan? And he's like, you know why I bought a minivan? I was like, I have no idea. I have no idea why I did. But then he's like, well, my kids are getting old enough to where if it's even a gust of wind, kids try to open the back door because they got it, and that car door goes flying open, and it's gonna ding the car next to you in a van that can't happen. And I'm like, huh, never in my world would I thought about that. But it makes sense. Because I mean, even us, if it's really windy outside, you go to open your door, that wind catches you, you're like, oh, ooh, oops. But in a minivan, it doesn't happen. The doors just slide open, slide shut. And I was like, this is crazy. And then now they have like card tables that pop up and like crazy. Okay, so if we had an extra $550 a month, would you buy another car?
Honestly, I would.
Huh?
I would.
You would. I mean, I know I would. I love my truck, but I would. Because I didn't get leather. I wish I would have got leather. That's
I'd have,
the only reason.
I'd have my truck and my weekend car.
Your weekend car, okay. What would your weekend car be?
Challenger SRT.
Okay, this is what I would buy. If I could get another $600 a month, we could literally buy a brand new car. Could you really afford to buy? I don't know. For $600 a month? I don't know, because it's all based on credit, it's all based on down payment nowadays, but you get to do it. So if we got an extra $600 a month, and that's being a mediocre rep. That's not just killing it every month. That's being a mediocre rep, but a good mediocre rep. You're gonna have enough money extra to literally have a weekend car. And it's not gonna affect your pocketbook at all, because you're not used to making that money. It's all extra money. So the best 10 in our region in accessories sell a little under $200 a month. Oops, sorry, $200 a month. $200 a shift. That's roughly $25 an hour. That is so silly. Just be like, hey, $200 every single shift. You're gonna be up in the top 10 in the region. This is a little skewed, I would say, just because I think now it's up to like the $250, $300 range, just because our region's got a little bit smaller, and I think it's a lot more aggressive. Now we got Apple Watches, we got GoPros. You could easily have $1,000 a day and sell 3 items. But this just shows you how minor of a day you have to have in order to be one of the best in the region. $200 per shift, that's one accessory. Every day you go to work, what's a good goal for you every day?
Well, the investment or sprint?
Sprint. Just if you're starting on the sales floor tomorrow, what would be like your personal goal?
I would say 400, because Ash can hit about a good 600. I mean, just
And he's still mediocre.
yes, he can hit it. So I think
Just kidding.
It's cool.
So $400 is a good number. But it's like some of these guys, the difference between a great rep and a good rep is a great rep goes in saying, I'm about to hit $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna smash it today. A mediocre rep will come in and just be like, man, they get that $100, like, oh yeah, all right, got $100. Then they try to get to that 2, they get to 2 by 3 o'clock and they're like, whew, I'm at that goal. And now all of a sudden they just kind of walk around like, all right, I'm good. But it's like, they don't realize, man, you could literally go in every single day and kill it. So thank goodness the cameraman Zach is here. I have this spiel every single day at 408, like, man, selling accessories is not hard. It's not hard. Why don't you guys do this? Then somebody popped off and they're like, well, it's not as easy as when you and Cam were around, when you guys were reps. It's not as easy. It's a lot harder now. We have a lot more competition. Well, what they don't realize, when I was a rep, we had leather cases and flip phones that had the little button. So we didn't have accessories. We had car chargers in those cases. But understand what they're trying to say. They're trying to say that it's easier to talk about it than it is to do it. So I went into to work. I think it was a Friday or Saturday, and it was that very back computer if you're facing on the left hand side. And I went to Cam and I was like, hey, how do you feel about playing manager today? He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I just want to play sales rep. I'm gonna act like nothing's different. I just want to play sales rep and sales rep only. He said, a deal. I like this game. So I sat in that very back corner and I helped, I want to say 3 payment customers and 3 repair customers or something like that. I ended up getting $1,200 in accessories. I didn't sell one phone. Anybody that came up and said I want to buy a phone, I'd pass them on because I didn't want to take that much commission from anybody. But sold $1,200 in accessories. It's that simple. And then it was just one of those and I think Nate, I don't know if you guys know Nate. Nate was the second closest. He's at 600. And it's consistency. It's asking the same thing every single time. And to get $1,200, you have to have that one or 2 really big deals. And I had a $500 deal. I got her talking, a speaker, a tablet, and I was trying to get her hooked on another speaker. And I used the thing. I was like, hey, man, I really want this, and I'm planting the seed, and I was like, well, let me get my boss real quick. Hey, Cam, come over here. Okay, this is my boss, Cam. Hey, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do. And he's like, okay, well, what if I just do it for this? And the lady was like, okay, cool. I said, oh man, thanks, boss man. Then he walked away. Done. Closed another one. It wasn't like we hooked her up. It was, we just gave her the same deal. I just didn't shoot all the bullets at one time. I didn't tell her about the $50 off or whatever the promo was at that time. I was like, hey, we can get you that speaker for $200. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Then he came over. He's like, okay, what if we make it $150? That's the promo. But I didn't tell her that. Then he's like, what if we do it for $150? Bam, she bought another one. It was that simple, but people don't realize it. Some people just need to hear it from other people. They just need to hear that manager say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and hook them up. Cameron is the hands down best person you guys can have on your team. Not discounting Lacey, but me and Cameron work together so well that the Cameron will literally pick your brain. He'll know if you, as long as you don't give up all the goods at once, he will help you close so many deals because we've done it so many times. Use that to your advantage. So if you have something that you know is a deal, don't throw it all out there at one time. You know, kind of save some of it so when they say no, you have a rebuttal for it. That's how simple this stuff is, and people just don't realize it. It's all about consistency. Roughly 2 activations per shift will get you in the top 10. Roughly. Because that's going to be, you know, if you work, you know, you're working, say, 24 shifts. That's 48 activations. That's a lot of activations. That's going to be a heck of a month for you guys. So you got to look at it. When you go to work, you're looking at, hey, I'm just trying to get 2 activations today. 2 activations. Every single person you talk to, you never know what their situation is, what their problem is, anything like that. Always ask the questions, and we're going to go through this training. It's going to show us how to qualify, how to recommend things, how to close people, how to get the ball rolling in awkward situations or just with everyday customers. Yeah, shoot.
You mentioned that some of those customers just came in for payments.
Yep.
So did you guys not have like one of those kiosks? 'Cause it just seems like a lot of people come in for payments. They just say, oh yeah, the kiosks go there. You know.
I was at 4-way. It was at 4-way.
Oh, it was there.
Yeah.
So did you take those payments yourself then?
Yes.
Okay, well, so that you obviously so you have a conversation with them.
Yep.
And you weren't sending them off to the kiosk.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, at the kiosk center, if they have a kiosk, I have no problem being like, hey, we're having some issues with that. Here, come on over here, I'll do it. And then the big reason why we wanted to push everybody over there was a couple reasons. They didn't want a bunch of cash on hand, but they also didn't want us to get negative surveys over payments. That was kind of the big push. And that was years ago.
Okay.
But I'm so confident in our ability as Sprint and the people we hire that you can get rid of that dang payment machine and just let everybody take payments. Because I think the people we have in place are good enough to wow the customer, even if it is just a simple payment.
Right.
But what people don't realize is those customers there's so much potential with those customers that we're not touching every month that it's, you know, what if we can save them $20? What if we can save them 50? What if we can get them a free tablet? What if we can, you know, a lot of customers don't know that you can build accessories to your account and spread them out. A lot of customers don't know about the offers that we have because it's so routine. They come in, they pay their bill, they leave. They come in, they pay their bill, they leave. Hey, Cox could have an amazing deal right now. I would have no idea because all I do is pay my bill online. But if they were to call me and be like, hey, we love you to death, this is what we can do for you, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, heck yeah, I'll take free Cinemax.
Right.
Even though they're probably, I could just save $20, but they're telling me like, hey, we'll give you a free movie channel. Okay, cool, I'll take another movie channel.
Right.
You know, so I never wanted people to pay there because then it takes that opportunity out of my hands. And if I wouldn't have, you know, I'm not saying I sold it to every single one of those people, but it's $100 here, $50 here, $200 here, you know, maybe a tablet there. That's where we were trying to get to, you know, and that's where I think it's so important getting those people off the payment. I love putting out order sign on it just because I didn't want people automatically going there. I wanted them to be forced to listen to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I completely agree. Yeah, when I was in insurance, my boss used to always say when people come in to make a payment, he said, make them pay.
Right.
Meaning that, you know, that if they came in, you know, then we were looking at their account, you know,
That's
we were doing reviews with them and seeing, you know, what we could do for them, see if there's anything extra that they didn't know about.
Right. The thing with retail world, and I'm not, you know, I'm not saying it's all peaches and cream. Like I get like if everybody's sitting in a huddle and, you know, Ash is telling us, you know, some story about what he did last night or what he did to his car or whatever it is. If a customer comes in, some people, it's like, oh man, dang. Hold on, don't finish your story yet. And they want to get through that customer because they want to get back and hear the story.
Yeah.
Like the story's about to end and it's never going to be told again. That's our problem. Instead, it needs to be like, oh, I care less about the story. Let me go make money real quick and come back and you can tell me later if it's that important. but I'm probably gonna forget about the story and worry about the 2 tablets I just got out, because that's gonna trump that. So that's the mindset that we have to kind of get past in the retail space. But again, I think the people that we have in place and the ones we've hired is I don't think we have that problem where we're hiring a lot of people that are really mature, money driven, money focused, that we don't have that problem to where, you know, you gotta kind of reel them in and get them back on track, so. If you really wanna do something, you'll find a way to do it. If you don't, you find an excuse. This is one of my favorite quotes because it is so true. People sit around and they just like, man, I'm about to kill it. I'm about to kill it. Then they go to work and they don't do anything about it. And then they just have excuses. Oh, we're slow. Oh, they didn't want to talk to me because they wanted to make a payment at the kiosk, or whatever it is. We cannot be excuses based. We have to be solution based. It has to be, okay, but I haven't got my activation yet. It's 1 o'clock. What am I going to do to get my 2 activations? Come up with a game plan. If you really want it to happen, you're going to figure out how to make it happen. But if you don't, again, you're going to have excuses. They're going to, Lacey or Cam's going to come up to you. Hey, why do you only have $1,000 for the month? Oh, well, no, what happened was I was off for a week, or I took vacation, or I was sick, or my dog passed away, or yada, yada, yada. And I'm not saying if somebody's dog passed away, it wouldn't be sad, I'm sorry. If I have a dog, that'd be terrible. But you know what I mean. And we hear those excuses all the time. If you go up to any one of your reps that are undergo right now, if you go up to any one of them today or tomorrow and say, hey, why are you at blank? The first thing out of their mouth will be an excuse. That's the problem that's the problem we gotta get past, because it has to be solution based. It has to be, man, you know what? I'm just not doing my job. I gotta do better. Hey, Mark, hey, don't worry, hey, I got this. I got a game plan. I'm gonna make this happen. You have to come in with a game plan and be ready to execute that game plan every day. So building sales confidence. Sprint has the best value in wireless. That is hands down the truth. Sprint has a faster network than AT&T and Verizon. I get there's gonna be some skeptic with this, because in our area, in some areas that might not be true, but in some areas that is true. And you guys, the good thing with you guys is you guys never saw the network we struggled with a few years ago. It was rough.
Oh, I saw it because I had Sprint at the time.
Okay, perfect. So Sprint has gotten dramatically better. Sprint is amazing compared to what it used to be. Again, I've been here for a while, that I've seen so many ups, so many downs, and Sprint is in a very, very good place right now with the network, with the value, with what we offer. It's a tremendous time to work at Sprint. You guys are really lucky that you guys are coming in at this time, because you're getting the best part of it. And don't forget, you are the expert. Your customers will buy what you recommend. What was the biggest last purchase you guys made? Ash, what was the biggest last purchase you made?
An apartment.
Apartment. Did anybody recommend it to you, or when you went there, were they just like, oh, our apartments are great, you need to move here? Or were they just like, oh man, this place sucks, and you're like, I'll still take it?
No, yeah, they honestly recommended a lot of it. They showed us around, and I told them what I need, and they showed me, and I liked it.
Right. Where do you live at?
71st and Yale, Regency Point.
Nice. What about you? What was the biggest purchase you've had recently, Eric? Okay. You might not have one.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Have you had one?
Yeah, my car. At the end of last year, the van that we were driving was in an accident, and so we had to get another one.
Okay.
So
Did somebody recommend it to you, or was it just one of those like, oh, you already knew what you wanted because you had previous experiences with it?
Wait, my MacBook. That's what it was.
Your math book.
No, my MacBook. Apple MacBook.
Oh, Mac. I think you said math book. I was like,
That's what I heard too.
okay. I was like, man, that's a. Hey man, you need this math book. So I'm one of those ones that if I go buy a TV, I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna buy a TV. I'm not gonna buy it online. And if I'm looking for a Blu-ray player, I am going to literally buy the one they recommend to me, unless it's out of my price range. Just because they're the experts. Best Buy people know which Blu-ray player is going to be better than I do, because they're the experts. We have to realize that whatever we recommend and what we hype up, they're gonna buy into. Just like it's just the opposite. Anything we destroy, they're gonna think. Mm-mm. So if somebody comes in and they're like, I really want an LG G4 or G5, and if out of your mouth is like, you don't want that LG G5, oh, LG stinks. If you say that, then all of a sudden her husband's gonna look at you and be like, but I've got a G5. I get over there saying my G5 is awesome. And you're like, oh, well, it's all right. But now you created that negative vibe with our products. And we sell these products. We don't want anybody to think anything negative of the products we sell. I'm a Samsung guy through and through. I love Samsung. If anybody says, hey, would you recommend an iPhone or a Samsung? It doesn't matter. It all makes me money. I can care less which one you buy. Probably an iPhone, to be honest with you, just because people love iPhones and they, put them on a platform. And I'm okay with that because it makes me money. So don't ever stumble across your words and say anything negative about our products because it's gonna come across real negative. Plus, you never know who else has that. You could be closing a 2-line deal with 2 LG G5s, and actually you're like, G5, don't do it. And then your customer's like, you just told me this phone's awesome. And you're just like, what had happened was he's talking about this, and this, and then now suddenly we have a negative vibe. Don't do that. We are the experts. They will listen to anything we say, positive and negative. You are the only one that can decide if you want to make money. You gotta come in every single day like I will make $3,000 in commission every single month. You have to have that mindset. You have to have that burning desire in your belly, or it's going to fail. You're not going to get there if that's not the case. Building sales confidence. Success begins with confidence. If you don't have the confidence to talk to a customer, pitch something, anything like that, you are not going to be successful. It's just going to be really hard. You're going to go up there and it's going to be a very odd conversation. Confidence level. Confidence begins with sales skills. So if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the process, you don't know how to pitch something, you're not going to have the confidence. In turn, you won't be successful. So these key components to our business are so important to the everyday lifestyle of how we run our business, how we talk to our customers, how we interact with our customers. We have to be confident. If we're not confident, we're not going to have success. We don't have sales skills, we're not going to be confident. So the 4 steps of selling. Greet, something very basic. Qualify, recommend, close. Eric, which one of these do you think we skip I wouldn't say every single time. 90% of the time, which one of these do we skip? Qualify? What do you think, Ash?
I would agree with that. Qualify.
Patrick?
The answer is closed.
The answer is closed. Okay. So how many times how many times have you guys at your store heard customer walk in, hey, I want to upgrade my phone. I want an iPhone 6S. Awesome. What color do you want? Or what size do you want? 64 gig. What color? Black. Excellent. I'll go be right back. They grab it. Hey, what case do you want? You want this one? Awesome. That'll be 10732. That's basically the pitch. That's basically how we do it. We don't find anything out about the customer. We skip qualify every single time, and it's so irritating. It's so irritating because we'll get to close why it wasn't closed, but we'll get there. But the qualifying, we didn't find out anything about the customer. If you know me, or if you know anything about me, I'm a Mophie fan. I'm a Mophie fan. If you don't qualify me, you're not going to know that I want a Mophie. You're going to try to pitch me an OtterBox because it has a good name behind it. But I don't want an OtterBox. I want a Mophie. So getting into greeting. Greeting don'ts. Don't greet the customer from behind the counter or a host stand. Don't shout across the sales floor. There's so many times when somebody walks in, it's like, welcome to Sprint! And they're just like, man, what is going on here? Don't put your hands in your pocket or cross your arms. Don't use your phone on the sales floor. That's one of the most ridiculous, irritating things when people do that. They answer a call when they're in front of a customer and they're just like, what are you doing? Don't say, I don't know, or we won't be able to help you with that. Again, the more negative you are, the more negative the customer's going to be. If you are on the phone with customer service and they frustrate you, and that frustration shows, the customer will get more frustrated. That does not help your situation at all. You can be like, oh gosh, customer service stinks. They're still Sprint, so you're just saying Sprint stinks. So it doesn't help our look at all. So the greeting do. Contact customer within 10 feet or 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a long time. Let's say 5 seconds. Stand in front of the counter or host stand. Use the official greeting, welcome to Sprint, what brings you in today? Always give your name and get the customer's name. You got to personalize it. You got to let the customer know that, hey, Eric, I hope you have a great day. Hey, Eric, thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Ash, man, what can I help you with? Personalizing that is so huge. Make small talk. Find some common ground. Right now, what's going on right now that is a huge, huge deal in just the world? You guys might not be into it, but what's a big deal going on right now?
Politics stuff.
Okay, don't ever touch it. Let's not talk politics. It is big, but let's not talk politics. What else is going on right now?
That earthquake?
Earthquake?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
the release of the Samsung S7.
Okay. More basic, more things that, you know, maybe everyday people might be able to talk about. Thunder are in the playoffs right now. Yes, you guys might not be Thunder fans, but it just be like, oh, did you catch the Thunder game the other day? Oh, that stinks. Lost by 1 point. Last second shot, we lost. That tip and should have went in. I'm not saying you need to know everything about the Thunder, but it's just one of those just basic stuff. I don't know anything about soccer, anything. But when the Women's World Cup was going on, I was like, man, did you guys catch that World Cup game? Oh, I can't believe we won. That is amazing. Those girls are killing it. Basic stuff. I'm not sitting here like, oh, did you see the power forward? I don't even know what the power forward. Did you see the forward? Something, do that, this, and this in the third round or third period? Again, I don't even know what they're called. I'm not getting in detail. It's just the basics. Like, hey, how's your, you know, are you ready for summer? Oh, I'm so excited about summer. How about this rain? This rain is killing us. Stuff like that, just that basic stuff that you can kind of relate to, but then you get the customer to open up a little bit. Promise assistance. Sure, I can help you with that. What are they gonna, I mean, what, if a customer comes in with a broke phone and their screen's cracked, Zach, how many times have you heard a rep say, oh, you have insurance, you have to go through the insurance, or, oh, you don't have insurance, there's nothing we can do.
90%.
Oh, Zach's cameraman by So we hear that all the time. It's like, what we don't realize is that if a customer's having issues with their phone, what's a good way to fix that problem?
Get a new phone, see if they're upgrade eligible.
Get them a new phone, problem fixed. Well, we go through the hassle of, oh, you gotta go through a Surion, or, oh, man, there's nothing really I can do about that. Everything's negative. It's like a negative conversation. Get them a new phone. Get them a new phone, problem's fixed. They're happy because they got a new phone. You're happy because you said you made some money. Zach's happy because he didn't have to fix his phone. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Impressions. Your customer's impression of you will be made. Oh man, that is. Does that help? Or is that
A
bad?
little bit, no, that helps.
Your customer's impression of you is made within the first 30 seconds of your interaction. That is huge. That is 30 seconds is. It goes by very quick. It goes by a lot quicker than you think, but it also can last a lot longer than you think if you're putting your foot in your mouth. So we have to make sure that we make that really good first impression so the customer feels comfortable with us. They feel confident that we're going to be able to successfully handle their needs, their wants, their desires, whatever they're there for. We want them to be comfortable with us. 93% of the interaction is nonverbal. This is one thing people really don't know is it's not about what you say. It's not about how you say it. It's what are you doing while they're talking? Are you listening? Do you look annoyed? Do you seem irritated? Do they seem like, do you make them feel like you are wasting your time talking to them about their brother that just got divorced and you don't want to hear it, you just want to try to pitch them a tablet? So, great attitude, high altitude. So, word use, 7%. The things you say, 38%. And then your body language and facial expressions, 55%. It's all about, again, I can sit here and talk people's ear off like I'm going to do for the next 6 hours. But I can talk your ears off, but it's not really what I say. If I'm sitting in the back and I'm just monotone, I'm just like, well, here's slide 7. You guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I'm about to go to sleep. You're gonna have to go to Quick Trip, grab a Red Bull, because you're gonna have to do something just to stay awake. It has to be. You have to be excited when the customer comes in. He's going down. So, Patrick, do you eat fast food a lot or sometimes?
No.
You don't? What about you, Eric?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What about you, Ash?
I frequently, I'm always on the go.
Yeah, I'm guilty as heck.
Yeah,
So, what's your favorite fast food place?
Freddy's.
Freddy's. When was the last time that you knew you were getting your food to go, that you went inside just to get it to go? Not to drive through.
The last time I went.
Last time, does it happen very often, or is it mostly it's just too convenient to go through the drive through?
No, it is a little too convenient to go to the drive-through.
95% of the time. 95% of the time, I will walk inside and go inside. Hate going through drive-throughs. Hate going through drive-throughs unless the building's closed, because I love that. I love the interaction. I love talking to people. I love going in it and interacting. The last time I went through, last time I had fast food was like 3 days ago. It was Carl's Jr. I spoke with Sally. Her name tag was there because I don't know, like, what if Sally's having a bad day? What if I can literally just say, hey, man, Sally, you have a gorgeous day. You have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for helping me. What if that makes her day? What if she says something that's going to make my day? That the little computer thing that I'm talking to getting my order is not going to tell me. That's the stuff, like, people love the interaction. They love being able to talk to customers. They love being able to talk about themselves. Whatever it is, people love interaction. You know, a lot of people love the interaction. We just gotta make sure that when they come into our doors, we give them the best interaction of the day. You never know what you can say or can't say that would literally change a person's day or change their complete mindset about Sprint. I've heard so many times that customers come in and they say, you know, if it wasn't for blank or blank, I would not be a Sprint customer. You know, so Lacey has a business customer that has like 50 lines. That guy came up to Gary and was like, I would not be a Sprint customer if it wasn't for Lacey. Now, how true that is or not, it doesn't matter. I think it's true because he told me too. That's the kind of stuff that we control, and it's so easy because it's body language, it's what we say, it's how we say, it's listening. It's just basic conversation. So greeting role play. What we're gonna do is, this is gonna be super basic. We're gonna go around and we're gonna stand up, and I know people don't love role plays, but sadly I do. And we're gonna stand up, we're gonna go one at a time, and we're just gonna do the simple greeting. He's gonna come in and you're just gonna greet the customer. We're gonna critique it, we're gonna give you a high five, whatever it is, and we're gonna stop. We're not gonna go into the qualifying, we're literally just gonna greet. That is it. Cool? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Oh, whoa, man. People ready to, where are you at? Come on now. All right, who wants to play customer?
I'll play Gus first.
All right.
My heart beating fast.
Oh, go that side. Can you see where there's at? You ready?
Oh, this.
Ding dong.
What's the first one? How
That's just, hey, well,
It happens so quick. I'm sorry. It happens so quick.
I got you. No, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You got that first time jitters. First time jitters. Ready? Ding ding.
Hey, nice. Welcome to Sprint. How may I help you?
I'd like to get a new phone today.
Okay. Oh, okay. What kind of phones are you interested in?
Okay, we're qualifying. So, get their name. Give your name. Heck, ask how you're doing. You know, it's like you went straight into we're gonna qualify, but when they walk in, it's like, hey, welcome to Sprint. What brings you in today? Or hey, welcome to Sprint. How you doing today? Oh, you know, I'm good. Cool. What brings you in today? Then it's like let them or ask them just simple questions like, what's your name? I'm Ash. Oh, good. I'm Joe. I'll be helping you. What brings you in? You know, you don't have to say the greeting exactly how it is, right? Like in the beginning, and that's it. It can say, hey, welcome to Sprint. Oh, hey, what's your name? I'm Ash. Oh, cool, Ash. How you doing today? Oh, I'm good, man. What brings you in? You know, the whole greeting can take 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It doesn't have to be right now, and I need to know what you're in here for right now, or it's gonna get real. You know what I mean? Get his name, give your name, so then every time you refer back to him, then it's Ash. You know, and sometimes people in the past have like gone to the computer and wrote down the name of the customer, so then because I have a tendency to forget sometimes, then you can go back and be like, okay, it's Ash, all right, Ash, perfect. Then you can always reference back to it. Cool?
Okay.
Try one more time. Third time's charm. Ding ding.
Hey, man. What's good? What made you in?
I'd like a new phone, please.
All right, my name is Eric.
I'm Ash. I just wanted to take a look at you guys' iPhones.
Okay, cool.
Getting the name just personalized a lot more. Like whenever I called that lady Sally, she almost freaked out. Because she didn't give me her name, but I saw it on, I was like, oh, thank you so much, Sally. She was like, looked to be crazy, but then I called her Sally like 4 more times. Like when I was leaving, I was like, hey, thank you so much, Sally. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And it was like, perfect. Getting people's names just, granted, that was the opposite because I was the customer. But, when you call somebody by their name, that's impacting because it's like, man, that person actually cares.
Give me
All
an
right.
extra step.
Let's try it again. Let's switch it. Or kick the trash can, whichever one. Ding dong. Ding dong.
Hi there. Welcome to Sprint. I'm Ash.
Hey, my name is Eric.
Nice to meet you, Eric. What can I do for you today?
Well, I saw that I was eligible.
Perfect.
And I just want to know my
Okay.
options.
Just basic stuff like that. You're up, my friend.
Okay.
You have the bad things. You have to go first.
Yeah.
Am I still representing Sprint, or is he representing Sprint right now? And he's
He's
customer.
representing Sprint.
And I'm customer?
Sure.
Cool.
Ding
Good morning, Patrick.
I'm Ash. Nice to meet you.
Hey, welcome to Sprint. What brings you in today?
Hands in the pocket.
Okay. Yeah.
It's because if you do that, it just makes it seem
Right. I got you.
the whole standing up thing. It's
Yeah.
you like coming with a chair like, hey. That'd be fun. All right, try it one more time. And I get what role playing, so it's not
Right.
Ding dong.
Hello. Welcome to Sprint. I'm
Hi.
Patrick.
I'm Ash.
Hi. What brings you in today?
I'd like to upgrade my iPhone.
Perfect. So, things as small as a greeting can literally dictate. You guys can sit down. I'm standing up so often. It's just everybody's like me.
Is there water source on
Vending machine
Okay, that's fine. I'll go get one then. Where is it?
right across the hall. There's a little plug. Just make sure you put the plug in the door. So, why did I just? The greeting is so impacting just because it dictates the entire start of the sale. It's if a customer feels comfortable up front, it's going to be the transaction is going to go so much smoother. If they feel like a customer, like if they feel like you're just going to try to sell them something from jump, they almost have their guard up. Yes, ma'am.
I need some new phones for my family. Can you all help me?
Yeah. I can't. They can't.
Is that the way you read it?
Oh, I was sorry.
I just set them up in a role play.
Serious question.
You all knew what I was doing, right?
Hey, we did. That's the qualifying part. I'm not there yet.
Oh,
You gotta come back in 30 minutes.
I got a firm handshake.
Yes, yes.
And a smile.
Yes. You see, like, for instance, if Margaret really came in, if the word golf gets brought up at all, we're both sucked in, because I can talk golf with her for an hour. You know, because you just find that little stuff that's common ground. Did it not work?
I just went ahead and used the water fountain
Oh, there's water
because I
fountain?
couldn't find the vending machine.
Usually what I found in selling is, it's like when you actually find something in common with you and the customer and always relate that to the sale.
Right.
And I always kind of like build that trust, so when you're actually pitching your sale to the customer, they'll actually buy it,
You know what that's called? Qualifying. That's the part we miss all the time because we try to sell. How many times have you guys, just the short time you guys have been there, how many times have you guys heard reps try to pitch a tablet for no, like, just because it's free? But we don't tie it back to that's the big part we're missing. But, so I'm not gonna discount that because that's huge, that's one of my favorite areas. But I want to kind of stay on track and talk about the greeting. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
If
go.
if you want, okay, well, I was just gonna say, I always hear Ash doing a very good job of that. He never says, buy this tablet. He always talks to people about their habits and their, what they like to, use their phone for and that kind of thing. He's always telling them, well, you like watch, Netflix or YouTube or whatever, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then when they said, he's like, oh, well, we have these tablets and, you could watch Netflix and, I'm always hearing him do that. He never
Right.
just says, buy this. He talks about why they would like it first.
and that's why Ash is gonna be one of the ones that gets to that $3,000 check before some of the other ones do. You know what I mean? Because of that, because of those simple things.
Yeah.
So the greeting, if you connect with a customer, again, in the first 30 seconds, how long did the longest greeting take?
30 seconds?
There's no way those took 30 seconds.
Oh, you mean just that?
Just those ones.
10 seconds?
We still have 20 seconds to make our first impression. But yet so don't hesitate to, welcome to spring. Hey man, this weather is killing me. I need the sun to come out because it is really killing me. I can't stand during the weather. Find a common ground to get the customer just to like talk a little bit, just talk a little bit, because then you can reference back to it. Then you go back to what brings you in. But when you get them talking, that's automatically getting you into the qualifying stage without the customer even knowing about it. The customer's not going to know about it when we get to that point. So the greeting over the phone, again, some of this is very basic, but sadly we need to talk about it because we don't know, there's some people that just don't know how to greet over the phone. So the greeting don't forget to give your name. Do not ignore the phone when it rings. That is one of the most frustrating things in the world is when you call someone and they don't answer it. And you're like, I know you're open. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. You are open. Don't leave the customer on hold more than 30 seconds. For every 5 seconds customer's on hold, it feels like an eternity. We've all been there. Somebody puts us on hold, you look at your phone, you're like, oh, it's been an hour, you look at your phone, it's been 6 minutes, and you're just like, oh man, this is rough. Don't say, I don't know. And again, don't say, we can't help you with that, because it does not instill confidence with the customer. The customer will hang up and they will call another store that will help them, and they will get their business. Greetings do, smile. Nobody realizes, well, not nobody, but a lot of people don't realize if you're smile over the phone, people can hear that. People can hear that in your voice because they can see that you're happy. If you are not smiling, they can tell. They can call a Sprint and just monotone, and you're just like, whoa, so sorry that I had to call you. So sorry I got you. Sorry I called you at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. But I hope he gets that on video. Answer within 3 rings. I say only answer it within 3 rings if you're busy and you have to tell the customer, like, excuse me 1 second, let me answer this, or hey, do you mind if I answer this real quick? But if we're not, it should be a race. it should be a race to answer the phone because you never know what's on the other end of that phone. I know you guys are kind of younger in this space, but people call all the time. Hey, I'm looking for 3 lines. I just want to kind of get some information. Get that customer on the phone. Now you're dealing with them. Then when they come in, they're like, I talked to Patrick. Where's Patrick at? Now there's his line. There's his new lines coming in. It should be a race. Who cares if it's a upset customer? Wow them. That's still an opportunity for us. Wow the customer every single time, even if they're upset or if they're happy, regardless of what it is. Set proper expectations. This is one thing that we do not do very well at all. We don't even do this well with our own reps sometimes. When you put a customer on hold, be very specific with that customer. Don't just say, if you see Eric over there busy with a customer, and they're like, Matt, talk to Eric. Yep, hold on 1 second. Eric, phone. And he's over there pitching a tablet. And Eric is not going to get to that phone in a decent amount of time. And that customer's going to get on hold, and again, they're going to be freaking out. Empathize with the customer. If they're upset, go down that train with them. Again, don't be negative towards Sprint, but if they're upset, hear them out. Feel them. Has anybody in here, have any of you guys ever had a problem with anything?
Yeah.
Everybody has problems. Everybody. It doesn't matter what it is. Everybody has issues. They have problems that come up. It happens. It's life. You never know what a customer's going through. So you gotta make sure you tread lightly. Have you guys ever heard the feel, felt, found? Where it's like you feel the customer, say you have service issue. Oh, like I feel you. I completely understand. I have the same problem. What I found is Sprint has put in a lot of money to their network, and it is getting way better. You feel their situation. You found it. Feel, felt, found it. Feel it, felt it, found it. Yeah. So it's like, I understand. I felt the same way before. This is what I found. Have a good day. Everybody has issues, but you just never know. That person on the phone could have, they could have lost a loved one. And they're upset because their phone's about to get turned off, or they dropped their phone, they broke the screen, and now, that's the last pictures they're ever gonna have of that person. It could be anything in the world, and they just need some answers. Invite the customer in and ask them to come, set an appointment. Ask them to come talk to you. Hey, I would love to help you. Let's schedule an appointment. You come talk to me, we'll get this figured out. Again, yes, I can help you. We will figure out something. Yes, everything has a solution. Eric, if you had your phone for 6 months, you broke your phone, or somebody stole your phone, you did not have protection, what are your options? Or do you have it?
Either if I have Sprint, I will go to the store and see if somebody can fix it. That also seems like that's what the majority of customers do.
Right.
Or I see if I have an upgrade.
Okay. So, in our world right now, a lot of us will go, you don't have protection, you broke your phone, you're not eligible for an upgrade. Man, there's nothing we can do. Man, that's so negative because we're saying we're not going to do anything for you. If you give them options, their options might not be the greatest in the world, but they're options. It's, hey, I've got 2 options for you. You can go find a phone on Craigslist, or you can buy a phone outright. I know they're not the best options, but at least they're options. You're saying you're still helping them, but maybe not, yes, you're not giving them a free iPhone 6S in a perfect world, but you're still giving them solutions. It's not, you're not coming up with excuses why we can't help them. It's, hey, I got these are the solutions I have. That's what you can offer them that phone right there next to you. That's the next best thing. That's what Ashley's gonna win. Reading role plays. All right. So who wants to play customer? Who wants to play rep? Excellent. So you guys are in front of each other. You are at your computer screen. You are helping him out. Grant, you guys are sitting down, so that's all right. So you're the customer, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So you guys are just talking about an upgrade or whatever it is. We go through the whole spiel.
Okay. I'd like to just upgrade my phone today.
Okay, wait, do I want to answer the phone first? Or
Nope, just
okay, so do you have the PIN to the account or the password?
It's 6826.
Fine.
Oh, okay, so we're supposed.
Okay, thank you. I was putting this screen on me.
Okay. You didn't set expectations. You just ignored the customer and answered the phone.
Oh,
See
okay,
where
so
we're
I
going
was
with this?
assuming
So
that
you're the customer, or you're the rep. You're helping him right now.
Oh, the phone's ringing.
Yep, the phone's ringing. So we gotta set proper expectations with whatever the situation is. Okay? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Forgive me, I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Am I on the phone with him or am I
No,
talking to him?
you're
and the phone
you're
rings?
in the store. You're in the store. You're
Oh,
talking to him.
okay.
Sorry, you're just,
Got
that'd
it.
be really weird if you guys are on the phone staring at each other.
Right. Okay. I just, I was trying to see what works out best for my phone. I don't really, I like a lot of protection on my phone, but at the same time, I hate the idea that the front of the screen is just, you know, right there.
I mean, I think it would be just my phone just 1 second, I answer the phone really quick.
That's fine, go ahead.
Then I answer the phone, and thanks for calling, this is Eric speaking, you might operate your home really quick.
Okay. So so what do you do after that? So we finished listening in, right? Okay.
So I asked him for the PIN for the account, or I would just want to get his phone number, or I would actually put a security.
Okay. So keep going.
So my security code is Stark, STAR.
So I do see that you're eligible for an upgrade.
I just want to know what's the best thing about this iPhone 6s. Honestly, everyone's talking about it.
This is a hard situation.
Well, you put me on hold. You put me on hold. You didn't tell anybody. You just kept going back to him. So I'm still on hold. So I'm calling back. I'm irritated. So I'm still on hold. And I'm gonna, whenever you answer, I'm gonna be like, hey, someone just put me on hold and they never came back. You gotta set proper expectations. So if he's in for an upgrade, the phone rings. You mind give me 1 second? Thank you for calling Sprint. How do I help you? Yeah, I'm looking to see how much my upgrade is. I'm currently with a customer. If you give me 1 second, I'll grab somebody for you. Hey, if you give me, I got everybody busy, but if you give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the expectation is, I'll give you a call back. What's your name and phone number? We gotta set expectations on the phone. Too many times we answer and say, hey, can you please hold? And then you're gonna get sucked into that conversation again, and I'm still on hold. Again, if I'm on hold for a minute, it's gonna feel like 10. If I'm on hold for 2, it's gonna feel like 20. So we gotta make sure that we're setting proper expectations on the phone. That's huge. And if you need to grab somebody, just give me 1 second, Ash. Hey Patrick, I got the customer on the phone. I really don't know what they need. I just asked them to hold. Is there any way you can pick it up? Yeah, no problem. Hey Lacey, will you grab that person on the phone? Will you get their phone number and everything? I'll call them right back. I was busy with the customer. We got to make sure that we take care of every customer. I know he's your priority because he's in front of you, but we can't forget about this customer because this customer could be a potential 4-line deal and they're just asking prices and now they're not going to come to Sprint because they got irritated because you didn't answer the phone or you didn't help them out. Every customer wants to feel like a priority every time.
I was just gonna say, actually, I remember when I was had an interview scheduled with Lacey that I needed to reschedule it and I could not reach her. And it wasn't her fault. It's just that nobody was answering the phone. And then eventually I did get someone, and they put me on hold, and then they never got back with me.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. And it's things like that turn people off. He could have easily been like, man, they just don't care about me. They don't care about the customers. How do they feel about their employees if they treat people like that?
Mm-hmm.
We never know what kind of negative vibes are gonna come off of this. All right, who wants to play? We're gonna try this again. Who wants to play customer or rep?
I'll play red.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, so, I saw that I had an upgrade, I was upgrade eligible, I just want to check and see what my options would be.
Sure. What's the phone number on the account?
918-813-6409.
Okay, and the 6-digit PIN or security question? Eric, I apologize. Can you give me one more to answer this? Hey, connecting with Sprint. This is Ash.
Hello, it is my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and she wants I'm gonna surprise her with a new phone. I was wondering, is she eligible for an upgrade?
I'll be more than glad to help you with that. Unfortunately, I'm with a customer at the moment. Do you mind if I just put you on a brief hold? Maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll let everyone know as soon as we can. Everyone's currently busy at the moment. We'll help you out as soon as we can. Is that all right?
5 to 10 minutes is a long time. 5 to 10 minutes is a long time. Just for somebody to hold again.
Right. Okay.
So if you say, hey, it's probably gonna be like 10 minutes. Always set the expectations high, because then if you call back in 5 minutes, then they're like, oh heck yeah. But if you say I'll call you back at 5, you call them back at 20, they're irritated.
Right.
So in that situation, it's, hey, I'm currently with the customer and everybody's busy. Is there any way, it's probably gonna be about 10, 15 minutes. Is there any way I can get your name and phone number? I'll be more than happy to. If the customer's like, oh, I'll just hold. Okay. Some people want to do that. Some people do not. So it's like, if you just write the number down real quick, control that conversation, then go about your business, then you're good. Okay? Let's try one more time.
Hey, when I was coming for, I seen that I was eligible for an upgrade, and I just want to see what
Have you guys heard, are you there yet? Are you there? Are you there? Have you heard that one yet, the ringtone?
Yeah.
Are you there? Are you there? It's like, oh man, it's so creepy.
Yeah, sure thing, Eric. Let me pull up your account real quick. What's the phone number? Eric, I apologize. Mind if I get this real quick? Thanks for connecting with Sprint. This is Ash.
Ash, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are
I am
you?
struggling right now. I am. My bill is due. It was due like 3 days ago, and I think they're gonna turn my phone off. What are my options?
Well, to be 100% honest with you, I'm with a customer right now, and everyone's currently busy at the moment. Do you mind if I just get your phone number really quick, and as soon as I'm done with them, I'll give you a call right back?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Is there any way you just tell me how much it is real quick, just to let me, so I can call and make a payment? Like, I just need to know my past due.
You know what? Give me 1 moment. Is that okay? I just need to confirm with the customer that's in front of me that I can just go into your account really quick.
Okay, sure.
Eric, do you mind if
Okay,
I...
so we put him on hold because I made my situation seem more urgent than his was. You know what I mean? That's not fair to
Right.
him at all.
Right.
Do you guys know how to transfer to customer service? On the
Just say
phone?
transfer to...
Transfer, dial the number, send. If it's that big of a deal and it's a question like their billing, perfect. But if not, we still have to control the conversation. Hey, can you just tell me how much it is? Oh man, I would love to, but right now I'm currently inside this guy's this guy's account, and I can't put him on hold to look that up. You know what I mean? Like, we have to control it. And if you say that to me over the phone, how good is that gonna make him feel? Because you're making him a priority. But if you say, well, hold on one second. Hey, Eric, I want to jump in this guy's account real quick and do this. He might not care, but what if he does? What if he's like, whoa, dang, what about me? And that's what some of us don't realize. We get so wrapped up in the conversation we're over the phone that this guy's just sitting here like, man. Now, if you can answer something very, very quickly, then, like, if you weren't in his account and it's one of those, you can answer a question pretty quick, tread lightly, because you get into the account, that's gonna open up a whole book, you know, hey, what's your PIN code? Mary. No, that's not it. Dave. No, that's not it. Tom. No, that's not it. Oh, let me call you back. You know, because then it's like, now you get irritated, you don't want to help him because he's taking too long, or you help him too much and this guy's getting frustrated. You know, so we have to make sure we can control the conversation, but also take care of both customers in a professional way, to where they both feel special. Rep, customer.
Patrick, I was wanting to see what's wrong with my phone, man. It's not working right.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at it. What's the trouble you're having with it?
It just keeps shutting off. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is your problem, it's great. But, all right, hold on just one moment, let me grab this
Your
phone
phone's
here.
old.
Hello, thank you for calling Sprint, this is Patrick, how can I help you?
Oh man, Patrick, I just broke my phone and I'm in a world of hurt. Is there any way that you can tell me if I have insurance on my phone?
Yeah, you know, we should be able to help you with that, except for I'm with a customer right now and everybody in the store is busy. Maybe we could just give you a call right back. Can I take your name and number down? We'll give you a call once we've got some time.
Okay, you guys aren't gonna like this answer. In this world, I would probably log into e-ticket because e-ticket's so quick. You guys aren't logging into e-ticket?
Yeah.
E-ticket's so quick. If it's a question like that, you're not getting out of account. It's just one of those like, hey, just hit, yes, you do. You have the protection on your phone. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Because that could be a quick answer, but it's because you're not getting into the account. The other thing is tread lightly because you don't know if that's going to open up the world. You did a really good job. I just think it's one of those. If you can give them a quick answer, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily bad to give them a quick answer because you're taking care of two birds, one stone. But it's again tread lightly because if you say, hey, yes, okay, you got the protection, then it's like, well, how much is it? Well, am I eligible for an upgrade now?
I was gonna say, yeah, because that's not gonna be the end of that
Yeah,
conversation.
because what if they're like, right after, they're like, okay, well, what do I gotta do?
No, I got you. I mean, sometimes then you got to control the conversation. If the question is, hey, do I have TEP or do I have insurance? Because they don't say TEP. Do I have insurance? You look it up real quick. Hey, yes, you do. Oh, hey, what is this? Then it's man, I can't. I'm with a customer, so I was able to give you the quick answer, but I can't give you. I can get into your account, give you more options, but I got to call you back. You know, then you still have that. You're still owning that conversation, and that conversation is still only taking 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So I threw a wrench at you a little bit just because I wanted to see, because there's two ways you can go about it. You did a great job.
Mhm.
Nothing you did wrong with it. But if it is, depending on the situation you're in front of, if you're in the middle of a conversation, then it's probably, hey, I need to call you back. But if you're kind of at a spot where you can maybe take, 20 seconds out of your world and look up e-ticket form and give them that answer, you might want to just throw them a bone just because it's gonna make them happy, so they don't have to wait for us. Especially if if they're not irate, but they're super upset because their phone broke or something like that.
Mhm.
Do you guys need to take a break or anything? 'Cause we're kind of
I'm good.
Okay.
Is there a fridge somewhere for my lunch?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Did not expect that.
I'm gonna just get a drink.
Oh, so we do want a break.
Well, if he's already doing it.
No, it's not. The problem is like, say four-way. If they only have 3 people, 4 people that are that driven, and some people just don't thrive on trash talk. They don't thrive on, if if I call you or text you and I'm like, bam, got it, and you're like, awesome. Have a good day, Joey. And I'm like, oh, man. You know, some people just don't get motivated like that. Me, I am a highly motivated person in trash talking and being number one. It's not necessarily have to be number one. Well, yes, it's being number one, but it's also knowing that I beat you. That needs to fire. That needs to fuel your fire. Knowing that you beat me fuels my fire. It's like, that's not good enough for me. Like, we gotta get, what do I need to do to change my approach to where that's never gonna happen again in my life? You know, and it's, and if you text me saying, hey, I just landed a $1,000 deal, I'm sitting here like, I gotta get $1,300 tomorrow. That has to happen tomorrow. You know, there's no excuses. There's no way this guy's gonna beat me in any category because I know I'm better than him. Even though you might be better than me in 4 different things, in my world, you're not better than me, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to beat you. And that's such a fuel to a lot of people. So if you guys create that amongst yourselves, it's gonna be dangerous. So you guys have a really good team, really good foundation there, especially. That if you guys create that competition, it's gonna be scary.
Those pies.
Right, I'm telling you. So qualified. This is hands down my favorite section of the world because this is the section we never use, and this is a section of our world where we get to know the customer, get to meet the customer, get to find out about the customer. So the qualifying don'ts. Don't rush. Keep asking questions until you have the information you need. Don't ask closed-ended questions such as, do you travel? Do you like your current phone? Do you need internet access? Qualifying do's. Build rapport by showing interest in the customer. Ask permission to ask questions. Identify the customer's needs and lifestyle. Ask open-ended questions. Who, why, what, when, where, how. That sound like that's almost like the dip, dodge, duck, dive, dodge. Who, what, where, when, where. It's like dodge. So instead of saying, do you like your current phone? So if I say, Ash, do you like your current phone? What do you say?
Yeah.
Now instead of saying that, if I say, Ash, what do you not like about your current phone?
It's fragile.
It's fragile. What else don't you like about it?
I don't like that it's only 16 gig.
Okay. So right now, I already know his phone is fragile, and he has a memory issue. I'm already started, and I just asked him one question. So I take his phone being fragile, and I put it right here, put it on my shelf. I take the fact that he needs more memory, take that and I put it on the shelf. These I'm gonna take off my shelf later on when I get to the recommend side. All I'm doing is qualifying them. I'm just finding out stuff about Ash. That's it. So we gotta make sure we ask questions. You can get more information or just as much, but it's not, do you need internet access? What? Do I need internet access? Yes. How am I gonna tweet out things? How am I gonna Snapchat? How am I gonna get on Facebook and all that, whatever people, all that new stuff we haven't done. So examples. Who will be using the device? Why is this important, Patrick?
Obviously, it really matters depending on if it's the account holder, if it's kids or whatever, because who is using the device dictates how it's going to be used.
So do you think there's a big difference between you and your wife? Or your wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, for sure. Or for instance, if it was a kid who's not gonna be allowed to have internet access on their
Right.
phone or something like that,
So it's one of those. So if I don't have a girlfriend or a wife, but I'll say it. So if it's between me and my girlfriend or my wife, my needs are so dramatically different than this. Maybe she needs a life tweak because she is more the caretaker than I am because she's around the kid more or whatever it is. And I've already told you I'm up and down Mophie all the way. I would never buy another case but a Mophie case. But I showed it to my son's mother and she was like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. And I'm sitting here like, do you not see the vision? do you not see where the world is going? So what features are must-haves? That's kind of be careful with that one, because that one could just take you down a whole path that you're just like, man, I want Facebook. Man, there's a flip phone that has Facebook.
right.
But where do you spend your time? What do you do most with your current phone, or what do you not like about your current phone? Stuff like that will just give you the little tidbits that you need to know. How many phones do we sell in the store, Eric?
Like a name?
No,
Oh,
just,
you're talking
like
about
how many phones do we sell?
Probably a little bit over 20.
20, how many do you think?
Something like that, yeah, it's about around 20.
20? What do
Around
you think?
15 or 20.
We sell like 3 phones. That's all we sell. We have a lot of phones on display, but we don't ever sell them. We sell iPhones and Androids basically. That's the gist of the phones we sell. Who has an iPhone in here? Would you give up your iPhone and go to Android?
Yes.
Would you give up your iPhone and go to Android? Would you give up your Android and go to iPhone?
No.
Absolutely not. I would not do that personally. People are, so don't get so wrapped up in the devices they need because it's very standard. It's very basic. I know for a fact that he needs more memory. And if he has an iPhone, I'm probably not gonna try to convince him to go away from iPhone. It's gonna be like, what phone do you currently have? An iPhone 6. In my mind, he's going to 6S. Because what's the point of me trying to get him to, and if you go from Apple to Android, you're probably not gonna, 90% of the time you're not gonna like Android. Because it's not iPhone. Same vice versa. If anybody goes from Android to Apple, they're like, this is too basic, I don't like it. Too simple, I can't do all the cool stuff. So don't try to spend 30 minutes trying to convince a customer or find out what phone a customer needs because we have 5 phones, 4 phones, whatever we sell. They want the new Galaxy or they want an iPhone. Other than that, they might get a Grand Prime, they might get an LG, they might get something else, but don't spend most of your time figuring out what phone they want because that's gonna come very quickly. We're gonna take a break. So, oh man, I skipped like the role plays. But anyways, so the qualifying, on the qualifying, this is the most important part because this is where you find out all the tidbit information. So, role plays. We're gonna do the greet and we're gonna go into qualifying. Who wants to go first? Patrick, you have not been right first. I like it. Stand up.
Okay.
Who's customer? All right. Ding dong. Got hands on fire.
Hello, my name's Sprint. I'm Patrick. How you doing today?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. What brings you in today?
I just wanted to upgrade my phone. I got an email saying that I could upgrade.
Okay. Yeah, well, we could definitely look into that for you. Tell me what kind of phone are you looking into?
iPhone 6s.
Okay. Well, let's come over here and take a look at these iPhones. Tell me what do you like about iPhones?
I love that they're very secure, honestly. I love the fact that it's really unbelievably hard to get a virus on.
That's true. Yeah. When it comes to iPhones, that's one of the main perks of even getting an iPhone is that you really can't mess with the phones at all. There's nothing you can do to hack into them hardly. I'll tell you, we got a lot of good deals going on with these different iPhones. We probably will need to look at your account first, though, and take a look at.
Okay, we have no information right now. We don't know anything about this guy. Because the thing about you is he said he wants an iPhone. You said, what do you like about iPhones? Doesn't matter. He can like security, he can like, but in your world, it doesn't matter what he really likes about the iPhone. It's what, okay, well, is there anything about the iPhone set, or what, is there anything about your old one that you didn't like? So now you're finding out what he didn't like, so now you can fill his needs with accessories, with other services that we offer, but you're actually finding out information. But right now, we know he just likes Apple for that reason, and we know we have good deals, and now you're about to take him to the register, but we really haven't found anything out about him. Maybe see how his day's going, maybe see if he likes the weather outside, just find out more things about him so you can relate it back to the accessory world, or you can relate it back to, hey, I'm a construction worker. Oh man, perfect thing is, hey, I know you said you're a construction worker. I really recommend the TEPA. You didn't have it before, but this will just allow you to protect your phone even more, especially in the rugged environment you're in. Then you're relating it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it's kind of tricky though. This role play, just because I know that a lot of times when people come in, first thing that you want to do is you really want to bring up their account. That's the first thing you see, and you're more so having those conversations while you're looking at their account and that kind of thing too. So it's kind of tricky.
Do you think there's a difference between me talking to you as a customer right here, if I'm the rep, me talking to you like this compared to you guys talking like that?
No, not at all. No, what I mean is that I don't have an account to like talk
I got
about
you.
with him and that kind of thing and say, oh yeah, you got this line and so yes, it's just a little different is all. But
I got you.
am I right that that's normally what you want to do? You want to kind of bring up their account first, or?
Not necessarily. Well, because if you have the MSA tablet, you're gonna have some of this information right there. The thing is, when you go to the computer, when you go behind the computer and all that, what does that turn into?
Or just money?
It turns into the sale. It turns into, I'm talking to a sales rep, this and this. It takes away their barrier's still up because we're still trying to sell them something. So if I'm talking to you behind a counter
Mhm.
compared to me talking to you like this, it's just different. You know, it's, yeah, if you end up talking to this guy for 10 minutes and you get back there like, oh man, unfortunately, you're not eligible for an upgrade, yada, yada, yada. Or if you look at the MSA tab, you're like, yeah, okay, he's eligible for an upgrade.
Yeah, nobody uses them.
Well, so if you guys used them, then it would save
Right.
you guys world a lot just because then you'd be able to
Right,
look the account.
on the move and,
No, if you
Yeah.
if you got to the point where you're more comfortable looking at the account first, just to verify that he's eligible for an upgrade, cool. The problem you're gonna run into with that is it's hard to get out of the sales side. It's hard to, okay, you want the iPhone 6s, what color do you want? It's gonna be hard to like go from, hey, welcome, and you're having this conversation right here to, okay, let's go around this, to, okay, now let's get back in this mode and find out more information
yeah, I
about you.
prefer having the tablet, you
Right.
know, so it'd be all kind of one fluid thing,
Right.
you know.
So if you got behind using the tablet, it's gonna save your world a lot. But it's just whenever you have that counter in between you, it breaks up the rapport you have. That's why
Right.
Sprint's whole new model is, they want to go to the couch thing. They want to be able to sit down with the customer and talk to them because they don't want that barrier between you.
Right.
Because when you got that barrier between you, you're the sales rep, I'm the customer.
Mhm.
But man, we might start talking about golf or something or whatever, or kids, and now, man, our conversation goes a whole different way, and I'm just like, man, this Patrick guy's
I was just
awesome.
about to ask you about that, like, if the customer came in and if we came to like a common ground and we both like the sports, and talking about, the Miami Heat versus the Thunders. I know our conversation will go a lot further, but I mean, how do I kind of wrap that up and just switch it to the phone?
Well, you control the conversation the whole time. I'm a big fan of not always agreeing with the customer. And when I say that, it's just, if he was an OU fan, I'm gonna let him know at some point that I'm not okay with him being an OU fan in a playful way. Not in a hurtful way. It's like, if we're talking about, sports and I'm like, oh man, do you follow college football? He's, oh, I'm a big OU fan. Like, oh, that is a problem. It's just that little, I might have to charge you double. It's just something weird like that to where it kind of breaks up that. Then I'm gonna follow it up with, oh, you guys really beat us up this year. Just grinding my teeth because he's probably gonna give me a typical OU answer, but it's all right. It's that playful manner to where you break that barrier. But when it's like you're getting talking sports, like, oh man, Miami Heat this and this, and then you gotta wrap it up and say, well, hopefully hopefully he don't end up winning for you. But so back to the phone real quick, and then go back to the question. Don't do it rudely, but just do it segue because they know there's still a business to run. They get it. But if you go down that train and you just continually talk about the sports for 20 minutes, you have not found out any information about the guy that's going to help you or the girl. All you have is wasted 20 minutes of your life, and they don't care because they're not on the clock. They're okay with it because they're talking sports. You just gotta make sure you manage that customer and control it. Don't hesitate to, I don't want to say stop the customer, but if the customer says something, instead of you responding back, go this direction with a smile on your face because you don't want to be rude. Smile on your face.
Gotcha.
So let's try to get. So who wants to play customer or rep?
I'll play around.
I'll be.
a customer.
Okay.
I've not done that yet.
Oh, you haven't done it yet? Okay, we're gonna make you do it 6 times in a row. Okay. Ding dong.
Hi there, welcome to Sprint. I'm Ash.
Hey, Ash, what's going on?
What's your name? Nice to meet you, Patrick. What brings you to it?
I don't like my phone.
Okay, what don't you like about your phone?
It's brick. It's an old, stupid phone.
Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
Man, it looks like you've been pretty rough on this phone anyway.
Yeah, it's all beat up and it doesn't do hardly anything anymore. It doesn't work.
Wow, how long have you had that phone?
A couple years now.
A couple years now?
Yeah.
So you're ready to get an upgrade?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I'm eligible, I guess it kind of depends on like what the costs are and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so let me show you over here the Samsung's, the Galaxy. Just because you do look like you have a pretty rough phone, we actually do have the S7. It's a water
You're
index.
recommending. You didn't qualify. You're not qualified. You're already recommending stuff. You gotta find out soon. We already know his phone stinks because he told us. Not because we agree, but he told us his phone stinks. So in our minds, what kind of phone did he have?
An old school phone.
What kind of, was it Samsung?
Sure. Well, he
No,
didn't
it is.
specify.
No, it is. You looked at it.
Well,
That's-
I mean, I'm
Oh,
assuming it's a
you
great
have.
phone. Right.
So we saw that you had a Samsung, but it's not an iPhone. if it's an iPhone, this direction. If it's not an iPhone, this direction. You know.
Right.
But then it's like, but we're still finding out things about him. Okay, so what is he not like about it? It's a brick. It's yada yada. Okay, so what are you looking for your phone to do? Now he's like, well, I want to do this. I want to get this. I want this. Now we're starting to build up. Okay, so based on what you told me, I would recommend the iPhone because of these reasons, or I'd recommend the Android because of these reasons. So you need to build up that rapport, but you need to be able to tie. Why are you trying to offer him the S7? There's no reason.
That's true.
You're an iPhone guy too.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no reason because we can't tie it back to him. He might be like, why do I want this? Then you're just like, because it's new. You know, so that's where we run into the problem where we go so quickly into qualifying. Hey, just see how the guy's day, see how his day's going. See, so are you at work today? Are you at work today? Or are you off today?
I am at work right now.
Right this second. So are you off today or you at work? Just kind of.
I'm on my lunch break.
Oh, nice. Where do you work at?
Sam's Club.
Oh man, I am sorry to say, but I just got a Costco membership yesterday.
Oh, man.
Yeah. How long you been at Sam's?
10 years.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. You shop there too, or are you a Walmart guy?
Of course I shop there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people don't buy in bulk, so I mean, I didn't know.
Oh, well, they're not smart.
Right. So what do I know?
Now you know that he's been at Sam's for 10 years.
Don't care about that. I know he works at Sam's. I know he gets a discount. That's what I know. That's the little stuff that we're so worried about pitching a phone that man, I'm worried about. Okay, now he has an old and busted phone. He needs a new phone. He works at Sam's, so I think Walmart's discount is 20%. I'm not gonna quote him 20% because I'm not 100% sure, but I know these things. Like these are the tidbits I know, and the reason sometimes it's just really awkward if I'm just like, where do you work at? What? Why are you asking me where I work? I just asked you for a new phone. That's why I was like, hey, are you off today or are you working today? If you'd been like, man, I'm off today. Man, where do you work at that gives you off on Tuesdays? Or is it Wednesday? Wednesdays. I work at Sam's. Oh, that's crazy. I wish I was off on Wednesdays. Little stupid stuff like that they don't realize I'm getting information from. I'm digging. Then from this conversation, I don't have to go anywhere. It's like been there 10 years. Oh man, that's crazy. So you a Thunder fan? You paying attention to the playoffs at all?
No.
No. What are you into?
Not a lot. I don't have a lot of time for sports. It's just work and kids is all I got.
Oh, damn. How many kids you got?
I got 2.
Oh, I got 1. How old are they?
3 and 1. Little girls. They get whatever they want.
Yeah. They wrapped around your finger?
Yeah.
That's
or,
good.
or no, it's the other way around. Yeah, I'm wrapped around their fingers.
Right. So, now what do I know?
That he got kids.
How's that?
I was about to ask you that. I mean, because I would have asked him like who would be using the phone, and who would have said basically the kid.
Well, we know he is. We already know he's looking for an upgrade. But I asked 2 simple questions, and it was just simple conversation. But I know he gets a discount, and I know he works at Walmart, and I know he has kids. So how do those 2 even? How am I gonna use those to my advantage?
At the end of it, include a tablet. I mean,
When you start working
bring
with
a
him.
tablet.
Hey, so since you've been a valued customer with us, this is what we can do. We got a promotion to where I can get you a tablet and you're not gonna pay anything extra a month. Why? Because the discount just took care of what the tablet's gonna cost. That's the stuff that we need to realize, and that's why it's so important to qualify, because we can take what we learned from the customer and milk it and just use it to our advantage. It's not always about saving money. Again, like I said, if Cox called me right now and said, hey, you qualify for a free movie channel, I would say, okay. But I would have never even asked them, wait, can I save $20 instead? I wouldn't have.
Right.
I would just been like, oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'll take it. Sign me up. And they're gonna throw a discount and then charge me for Cinemax, or so I have Showtime and HBO. So what's the other one? Stars? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important. So, can you? And yes, I get. I've done this training probably 100 times, so I get it's a little bit simpler for me just to go through this. But these are just conversations that we should be having with every customer, because it's that little tidbit. You never know, that little bitty thing that he gives you could just suck him in. Hey, that discount could knock his bill down $15. Then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you actually qualify to where I can get each one of your little girls their own tablet, and it would only literally add $15 to your monthly bill. He might jump all over that.
I would.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Man, I just got 2 tablets out. But we're so scared, and we're just like, I'm just gonna try to throw 1 tablet out.
People buy tablets for their kids. That's
Yes,
a big one.
like my son has my old tablet because that thing is the most amazing babysitter I've ever
It's true.
thought of in my life. But hey, there's a really good special, since you've been such a valued customer with Sprint, we can actually get you 2 tablets for each one of your kids, or one for you, one for the kids, and it's only gonna increase your bill by $15. Sign me up. So I saved him 15, I added 30, but I saved him $15. But we're so eager to say 1 tablet, because we're just trying to get that one, but then if he says, nah, I really don't want that, okay, no problem. Wait 4 minutes, then come back and be like, hey, what if I can go ahead and get you one, what if I can get you one of those tablets and not increase your bill at all? Man, now that's another pitch. That's where the value comes in of this qualifying side, is we find out little tidbits of customers, and it's just got them. Oh, don't let me find out you're a teacher. Don't let me find out you work for the city of Tulsa. Don't let me know you work for the state of Oklahoma. 'Cause do we know why?
They get discounts.